Hello everyone. I'm here making another video for August 3rd, 2024. I don't really have anything ready to go, but I do have my deck here, which I'm going to have to sage really quick. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today happened to be one of my days off. Oh, hold on. What's going on here? Happens to be my one of my days off. I go back to work tomorrow. There is a hurricane coming and hitting Florida, and just so happens to be kind of in the area that I deliver to. So, not all the way sure how that's going to go. Rain does not stop us, but flooding will. So, we'll see how that goes. But I will still be up and ready to go for tomorrow. I'll probably even make it to work. I'm lucky in that situation too because it is right around the corner from me. Like, I do not have to travel far. Some people be like traveling from the area that we deliver in, which is like an hour away. They drive to work, like a half hour to an hour from where where they live to get to work, only to drive right back to that area, then to drive back, then to get back to the station to drive back. Like, that is insane. I'm very lucky that I like literally am like 5 minutes away from my work. So if they cancel and halt everybody from making deliveries, I will be fine with it. So today I'm rocking my black tourmaline. Well, I always rock this one. And then I also have this nice bracelet that I got from the Mystic shop. My dog is trying to eat my shoes that I just washed that still stink. Okay, so I don't really have anything going on in the background or anything, like cool music. But I will light this sage. Macy, get your head out of my shoes. They still stink. Um, I love this bracelet. I honestly thought it was gonna be like she's gonna eat my shoes. Hold on. Okay, here we are. I think she's gonna hold on. Okay, so I got me some Batman playing the cartoon. I guess it was just from a long time ago. Um, it is freezing, and then I'm like hot, and then I'm freezing, and then I'm hot, and then I'm freezing. Um, so we'll go ahead and do this sage thing. Lately, I don't know if I see that there's views on my videos. I be watching them, but I don't think I'm watching them 100 and something times. So somehow, some way, someone out there is watching it. I don't know if they watched the whole thing. Hopefully, it's not me watching it 100 and something times. Of course, I cannot get this to light. There we go. But yeah, I feel like, some of my opinions and views, especially when it comes to politics, because it is such a, like, people always say it, like, at family functions and stuff, like, do not bring up politics, don't bring up, because there's so many views going different options, like, different ways. And maybe there's a certain specific reason why you're voting for this person, or maybe there's like, there's a reason why you don't like the other person. So it's really, really hard to kind of do that. I don't know if I staged that enough. I'm just gonna let it burn. And I wouldn't say that I'm like some ginormous politic person. I don't know, what necessarily everything that's going on, like in the background. I try to get involved. I try to understand exactly what's happening and why this person has certain views, and like, or like necessarily like what is their intention, what is their goals. I try to be involved in that, but I also kind of see the bigger picture too, like regardless who wins, or like whatever side wins, like there always is going to be something imperfect. So, if I do these readings and kind of bring up like my opinions and my viewpoints, like I am the type of person that understands that it doesn't necessarily mean that's how you're going to feel, but I do hope that I can have enough respect to not be bashed, or people come on here and start like talking crap or like talking trash about who I'm picking or who I support, because that is the point of America. Like we have like freedom of speech, and also I am also taking it on as a very like a middleman or the peacemaker, because I'm not sitting here trying to hate one party or not like the other party, but if you do certain things that I don't agree with, then it's not that I hate you. It's not that I want to see you die. It's not that I want, anything bad to happen to you. It's not that I have hate for you. I want to see you do good. So we're just going to stop beating around the bush and just kind of dive into it, because my personal opinion, what Donald Trump had, and I get it, like I'm fortunate enough to, have a say and like have participated in certain things and like be a part of it with like things not affecting me too much. Like these decisions may actually come down and affect people in ways that like aren't even being like seen, so or like heard about, because that's like one of the big things. Like we always talk about, like, okay, so like the things that are in the mainstream media, and it's like abortion and transgenders, are they allowed to go into their bathroom or whatever, and it's like, how about we focus on the people starving right now, or how about we focus on people losing their house, how about we focus on certain things that like, instead of it feeling like a distraction. Like first of all, talking about transgender and stuff, um like coming from somebody that is gay, and like I'm proud of that, and but like it is like this like controversial, like it is something that like it potentially make anybody feel uncomfortable, like, oh, can a transgender female play in sports, and then it's like I heard this like ad, and it was like the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard in my life. And it's like not necessarily that I support a transgender woman playing in a women's sport, because like it's not that, but it's, so at the same time you don't have to come in there and like disrespect somebody. Like it was like saying something like, you will never understand how it feels to be a woman, you will never carry a baby inside of you, and just like kind of going a little too far, if you ask me. And also like the way scientists and like doctors work, like they can make a male have a baby. Oh, like we've got past that. That is possible. So I don't know. It's all kind of crazy. But again, my point is, I don't think the right move is to sit here and disagree with each other and sit here and fight each other, because haven't we learned that that is not the answer? Like, that isn't the answer. It's working together, it's agreeing to disagree, it's a lot of different things. But we majorly need help. Majorly. Um, it is a very sad place that we're in, and I don't know if it's because I'm older now and it's more like in my awareness at this point. Like when I was like a child, I never really was like really into what was happening and what was going on. It's like now it's kind of like more of a big deal. But it is a sad thing to see like Kamala going for running for president, and all of the backlash that's coming along with it. Like they are hating on her for not having children. They are hating on her for wanting to be like MLK. They are hating on her for a bunch of different things that I don't agree with. Listen to Kamala Harris speak. She is way more powerful than Donald Trump. And I'm sorry, Donald Trump, but like we have literally cried out to you and tried to make you change who you were and be a little bit more soft and, change the way that you talk to people, listen to when people talk to you, and you have no background in being like a political statement or person, which is one of the reasons why people probably like you. And I voted for you the first go round because it was exciting. It was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be this new person that comes in. He has a lot of money. He's going to do great things for us. Um, he's not a politician, so it's going to be different. We all wanted something, a change. But from day one, it was horrible. It was horrible. I regretted my decision from day one. It was like, uh oh, I think I made the wrong decision here. And now we have gone through so much. Like, I'm sorry, but you should want to be able to support your president. And like, listening to him on TV and talk and like just disregard what anybody else has to say. It was all me, 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 was the worst thing ever. And to know that he was the one running the country. He has the ability to start nuclear wars, and to think that we are going to allow him to have that decision making skill on top of like possibly having syphilis and just not a good person for this at all. Um, to think like it's even an option is insane, and it's very sad. So like I am trying to figure out exactly what makes everybody want him to be president, and it's come up with he's not a politician. Number two, um, he, as much as people don't want to admit it, like he's racist, um, and like the whole like immigrant or whatever, like he's trying to get all of those people out, right? Okay. So then you got that happening, even though America is a very diverse country. We are from like different parts of the world have come here. We are not white. And also, before people have come over here and established as like a white skinned, like they were Indians. Like, let's not even go into the story of Pocahontas. But to think that you are more privileged than another person next to you is the wrong way to look at it. Now, do I think that it's good to have like illegal, immigrants and stuff like that in the country? Not I'm not going to say yes to that, but at the same time, like clearly they're trying to get away from something that is horrible. And we need to like, oh, we were talking about this today at our house, like, okay, the border situation, building a wall, um, and how that creates it harder to get in. Number one, we are not going to be in a flippin' dome where you cannot get in or out. Like, okay, go ahead and build a wall that you're saying you're not going to pay for, and they're going to pay for it, and blah 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 blah. Right? Not going to fix the problems of the world. And then it seems like it is something from the past, like the Great Wall of China, and just hearing the stories of when they started to tear that down, it became a better place because there was no more division and they were trying to work it out and trying to live peacefully. There's people in Mexico, the cartels are their government. Could you imagine that? We need to fix our country to a place that we can help another country. We need to fix the insides of our country, and also not forget about the rest of the world. That is not cool. Like other countries need help, and we should be in a position where we are able to help other people. Again, I'm not like the Dalai Lama. Like I do not know all, see all, but it would just be nice to know that we're working together to help each other, not just abandoning people um, to be murdered. Like, seriously? Like, come on. And, like, there's just so many things that I think about. And it's like, it's not to say that I'm right or wrong, but um, it's just a really horrible situation that we're in. And I don't like the thought of, having a dictator. Like, people don't even realize that, like, when he was president the first go around, and like you were doing like there was like clip arts of him that looked like Hitler, and everybody's like, he's not trying to be a dictator. Yes, he is. He's trying to take away your right to vote. Like, I don't know why people think that that's okay for somebody that is not even like in politics whatsoever, is like a felon, is breaking the law, has no regard for what anybody else says, and does not care about anybody else but himself, and is gonna take over everything, and 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 basically destroy us. And to think like people are okay with that so they can keep their guns, and it's almost like, yes, destroy the government, let us all crash and burn because we can fend for ourselves. That is a disgusting thing to think about our future being. After all we've been through. After all we've been through, this is what we're resorting to. I just think it's really, really messed up. Um, when Biden and Harris, and by the way, I just realized that Biden was Obama's vice president. I don't know if anybody else knew that. But yeah, he was Obama's vice president. So when Obama was president, Biden was his vice president. So didn't really hear much from him. And then when Biden was president, Kamala was vice president, like I was super excited about it because I wanted to hear what she had to say. And it's like I wasn't hearing anything, and I was kind of like disappointed about it. And I was like, I just want to hear her piece because she's a woman, and regardless of all y'all haters out there that don't want to give women respect on things, um, she, from like this past like 2 weeks, I've watched like reels and watched like kind of like gotten into it and like hear what she had to say, and she is absolutely amazing. I love her. Like, I will genuinely be very disappointed if she does not win. Like, it's going to crush me. It's going to crush my heart because I think that lady deserves it. She is a very smart person. It is not just her. Um, she is working like a president should work. Listening and hearing everybody. I'm not going to sit here and say that it fixes all the problems. I'm not going to sit here and say she's going to make our world rainbows and, butterflies. Like, I'm not trying to make it seem something that isn't true. But I feel like we have more of a chance with her than we do with Trump. And I used to feel the same way about Trump. I was like, okay, he's not a politician. Maybe if I could just talk to him, maybe he'll want to collab. Maybe he'll hear me out. And maybe, then you never know, maybe that could be the case still. But just over time of watching how he is, watching his character, and seeing him talk over people and just pretend like he does no wrong was very hard to take on. Like, it was hard to watch him do anything. My other theory on this is, even if you are not the president, you can still be a good man. You can still help our country. It doesn't have to be, if I don't win, then terrorists are coming into the country and tormenting us. Like in War World War Three. Like, no, sir. You should be just building your reputation and a good mannerism, regardless if you're the president of the United States or not. When he was not reelected, he held documents, which is like another illegal thing, like withheld them from the next president. He was like, fuck your country, basically. I don't care about your well being. I don't care about top secret stuff going on. I'm going to go ahead and keep this information to myself. You don't do that. you're supposed to be protecting your country and you're not. And then to come out and be like, Biden is the most embarrassing person and has destroyed the country and la di da. Like, he should understand that his words do matter. Like, you don't go and stab your country in the back and nobody cares. Nobody gives a flying F. No, there's about half of the country that cares and then half of the country that does not care because they want guns. They want their rights. They don't want a government. They want things to change. And it's like they have every right to. I'm not trying to disregard how you feel. And as well as like the people that already have money, they're like, yes, let's have this Republican come in because then it benefits us in some sort of way. Where the democracy and things like that. I'm not gonna say benefits anybody, but it tries to work for like the people. So I just think we need a reality check here, and we need to, yes, have your opinions, but don't rely on Donald Trump to have your back on anything he's not. And I can say the same thing for me. Like, do not rely on Kamala Harris to have your back on anything. But when you compare the two, and you have one that has worked with the government and has a PhD and is a very smart person, knows how to talk, knows what she's doing in her mind, compared to somebody that has no idea what they're doing but does everything that they want to do, and they're not going to hear you. They're not going to listen to anything you have to say. And also funny guys, like I saw Donald Trump's like little like son. I don't know how old he is, but he looks like a butler and he walks around. And I could just imagine him like it like being passed down to him. So it's like basically like this is our future. But we are not China. We are not, like, our country is based off of voting and having a say. And just to wash away all that progress is a scary thought. When Trump was president, what did we see? We saw the KKK marching around thinking they owned everything. Why would you think that's okay? Why do you think it's cool to have a leader that makes people think that they can be criminals? That is scary. That is disgusting. I get it. You know, maybe you don't believe in people being gay and um same-sex marriage and stuff, but it's like we have gone past this. Regardless of how you feel about it does not mean that somebody is going to change. There's gay people are gay. Like that is the way it is. You can't change somebody how they feel about that. And I guess it's the same way with how you feel, but like why are you, like, if we've already come to the vote that we should be able to do something, why can't you guys just be okay with that? Wouldn't you rather us love something than hate it? So you're telling me you're choosing the path of violence versus the path of peace? Because I'm team MLK all day. I am team equality all day. I am team freedom all day. I am not going to be down with this. I'm standing over you and telling you how to live. Ridiculous. Like, a gay person does not mean that they're going out murdering people. But if your leader is somebody that does not agree with those things, then you're going to have a lot of people out here thinking they can say and do whatever they want to do. Stop it. Like, it should just be like an easy answer. And then I feel like people are going to vote for Trump just because he did not win last time and they want to prove a point that there were so many people that were voting for him. I really pray to God. I'm going to pray to God every single day that he does not win. I want him to still be a good person. I want him to still benefit our country. I want him to help people, but I don't want him to be making the rules. I don't want him to not have anybody feel like nobody can say anything to him. He's just the president. I believe there's something above him still, but I don't think he believes that. I believe he's trying to go inside. Like, it's almost like he had the right idea, like being somebody that was not a politician and kind of had like a new idea and like side of it, but he came in at the wrong angle. and is just going in here and like fucking it up. Like you should not be proud of yourself that the Proud Boys or whoever KKK people are like ready to come out and like it's like a long time ago. Like no, no, no. But I can see where people are totally about that life. But let's not be about that life. Let's be about love. I don't want people to feel like it's okay to be racist. Just give it up. Give it up. Change your mentality into something that is helping everybody. Like you are not superior to another human being. I don't care. You're not. And then to think even like, okay, so I get it. I'm gay and I'm also a female. Two things riding against me. They always will ride against me, even if Kamala is president. It does not matter. But the thing is, somebody that has enough power to change laws, it's just a crappy situation to think like this person vote does not care about your feelings. We don't I'm voting for Trump. I don't care about you being gay and I also don't care about you being a woman. And it's sick as fuck to think that a woman would ever vote for Trump. And they're like, I vote for Trump. I vote for Trump. And it's like, are you being paid to vote for Trump? Lately, I've been watching because I have respect for Trump. Like I'm not trying to be super mean to him. I'm just saying, like I be watching his little rally things, and like the people standing behind him look like they're like very disappointed and almost shameful for standing there. Like they're like oh like oh God, like this guy is crazy. And it's like I understand, like he does have a disadvantage because he's not in politics. He doesn't know the lingo. He doesn't know how to speak like that. But it's not a good look. It's not a good look. I don't understand how anybody thinks it's an okay thing. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to like set the intention. We will do we'll do let me see real quick. Okay, so we're gonna do the layout with four decks, or yeah, four decks, and their past, present, future, and all those around them. It's like reading a book without the page numbers. So I'm gonna set my intention to kind of like giving me messages of our world together as a unit, collectively, kind of what the energy is, just around the atmosphere, like us together as a world, our planet, and then possibly what will happen in the future, and possibly happening currently, and like kind of what's to come. It says to break it down into four, so we're doing that. That one popped out, the Emperor in reverse, but that was the second one. Three of coins. Okay, they're all okay. 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 So we got the first one, three of coins. We got the Emperor. We got the Ten of Cups. And then we got the Lovers. So, give me one. Sorry, y'all, I got boogies. Three of coins. It says a card of career and self-employment. Also, career avenue. A great deal of time required with little compensation. It may take some time to get what you want. There will be much need for work and skills to succeed. In reverse, this card indicates silly workplace, rivalry, and boredom with your position. So as I'm reading this, I don't know if it's because I'm setting my intention on like the politics side and all of that, but the Three of Coins, um, a card of career and self-employment, also new career avenue, a great deal of time required with little compensation. It may take some time to get what you want. There will be much need for work and skills to succeed. In reverse, okay, we're gonna go with the upright first. So like it comes into like, okay, I could relate it to me doing this channel. Like you need skills to do it, like you have to put in effort, um, a great deal of time required with little compensation. Like I'm not getting paid for this. Like you have to work at it. This is not something that I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna decide to make this channel and then just expect to like make three figures by tomorrow. It's something you got to build at. It's telling you have to take some time. There is a saying where it says, "Good things happen to those who wait." Um, but then like when I'm going back to like the politics side, it's like a card of career and self-employment. Like, isn't that what Donald Trump is like? Um, and then a new career avenue like becoming president. A great deal of time required with little compensation. I don't know if that one necessarily goes with him because wasn't everything just given to him? Um, but like just to like put it into perspective, like, okay, Donald Trump, if you're going to be the president, you need to slow your roll. You need to be patient. You need to be humble. You need to take these things in slowly and appreciate it. Like there has to be some sort of halt, not just calling out America and making us look stupid and saying we're the most embarrassing. Like you are representing us. You should not be talking trash about us. Like you're supposed to love us no matter what. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for attacking Donald Trump. I know a lot of people like him. I know. I also like him. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like I'm not trying to be mean. I don't want to be a mean person. I care about people. I wanted him to do so well. I wanted everything to just change. And it just for some reason ended up being like the worst decision ever. Oh, and by the way, the whole like syphilis thing was like previous to him even becoming president in the first place. Like people might think like, oh, they're trying to throw dirt on him and stuff because he had blisters on his hands. Absolutely not. Like the rumor of him having syphilis was like way before he even became president. So you guys need to just nip that one in the butt because this was before like okay, when he was elected to become the president the first time, like everybody was like, "No, no, don't let him become president. Don't let him become president." And I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna vote for him because I want things to be different." I was very excited. I thought like a lot of things were gonna change in a good way. I didn't know his background though. I didn't know who Donald Trump was. I didn't know he was racist. I did not know that he had syphilis. I did not know that he was like super like I didn't know like he was like handed a silver spoon. Like I did not know who he was. And I'm still not trying to hold any of that against him. Like I'm not. But at the same time, I wish you could hear my cry or anybody else's cry to like take a speech class or take something something to help benefit him and make more people like him. Like to me, I'm like, why are you trying to become a dictator when nobody like it would be one thing if everybody was like, yes, please take control of everything. But he brought it upon himself. He was like, I am just going to become dictator, so you guys don't have to vote anymore. Like, nobody asked you to do this. In reverse, this card indicates silly workplace rivalry and boredom with your position. It just makes me feel like kind of like the presidential election. It's kind of silly. But I was just telling myself this other day like as much as like things are like silly and like, oh, why are we talking about abortion over children starving and people being murdered like before like the transgender person going into the bathroom that they would like. But all of those things intertwine. They are important and they do hold value. So I think it like I've come to a place where I kind of understand it a little bit more than I did before. Like at first I was like, how is this the first topic we were talking about? I still feel that way. But it's like it does all kind of work in its own weird way. We're gonna move on to the next one. The next one was Emperor. Strength, nurturing, powerful, opinionated, stubborn, noble, ambitious, and self assertive, fearless. A person who's not afraid to speak their mind, has strong beliefs, and does not change their mind easily. Promotion at work, and a time for successful advancement. A great chance to make money, a time of power. In reverse is generosity and manipulation. Okay, so again, I feel like it goes right into the presidency, because like if you only had one word to describe the presidential election, it's manipulation. People say whatever they want just to get in your head, and it's like we need to get out of this manipulative thing. Like, can't we just be 100% real? Okay, so the first two cards were like pretty spot on with like basically the election and like how it like tugs on everybody in this weird way. It's like it's totally absurd. It's crazy. But again, like when I hear Kamala speak versus Trump, and I guess I can say I've heard Trump a few times where I've like kind of like was like, okay, okay. At one time he was like, we're gonna go in there and blow them all up, and you're like, oh my god, oh my god. Um, I just don't even know. Okay, the Ten of Cups. The last one was the Emperor. Um, is a card of home and family, a peaceful spirit and heart, opportunity to enjoy pleasures of life. Your attention should be on your home and peace in your home. It is time that balance and harmony are present in your home. In reversed, smiling faces, actions that do not match words spoken, a warning to pay close attention. So I think that is a valued card. Like, um, having like peace in your home, a peaceful spirit. Like, it's important to pay attention to your family. Try to make sure that everybody's okay. Sometimes I've been going through that a lot lately, like with anxiety. Like, I always go through anxiety, like thinking of like my sisters and how they are, and hopefully, you know, they are in happy marriages and not like just pretending to be. And I love all my sister's husbands. Like, I'm not trying to like cross a line or like feel like any type of way because I don't. But at the same time, I just don't know everything that's going on all the time. And also, I have sisters. So, to me and my environments that I've grown up in, the woman has done everything. Like, they take care of the children, they cook, they clean, they do a lot. They do a lot. And it's not to say that they don't want to do those things. I just want to make sure that my sisters are being treated right. And that is my own anxieties and fears. Because then they come around and everything seems perfectly fine. And I'm not trying to like paint a picture that is false. Um, but at the same time, I just want to make sure like everybody is okay at all times. And it would be the same thing if it was somebody else's family member. But I do think it is important to, make sure your home life is secure first. Like, hopefully, if you're having problems and things in your home, you can maybe focus on a goal to try to make that better and have a peaceful place to be where you can come be at home and feel safe. That is something I think we need to work on as far as a country. Just to think, some people don't have a nice place to go home. They might be going home to an abusive situation. They might be kidnapped and held captive in someone's house. That is not cool. And like Amber Alerts, a lot of the time it's like the other like parent or something, they took their kid. But sometimes it is not. Let's say, oh, 14-year-old missing, last seen wearing this hoodie and on this street. Should not everything come to a complete halt? Like, stop the world at this point. Stop everything and look up and down until you find that person. Because if it was somebody that you loved and it felt like there was nothing being done or there was nothing that could be done, that would be one of the worst feelings ever. I could only imagine how terrible of a feeling that would be. And I would start taking out people. Like, I will be knocking on your door and for bum rushing you through your house, like to find my person. So it's like I'm always over the top and like trying to be super cautious. And like my sister used to live like right around the corner. Might be moving back here now, but like right around the corner. And then like my nieces would be walking home or something, and I'd be like walking with them because I'm like, ain't no way. And they're like always like, oh, you're worried too much. You're worried too much. Well, guess what? It's going to be that 1% chance that you not doing what you need to do and they're gone forever. And I'm not about that. Same with like just me walking around. Like, okay, I'm going to go walk around outside at night, get some fresh air, and it's like that 1% chance someone come around and grab me. I would rather 99% be safe. Like I'm just going to stay at home. I'm not going to put myself out in that risk. But with that peaceful house and the peaceful like home and having a peaceful spirit is something the presidents need to work on, need to change for us. And not just the presidents, but I mean, it will help to have a leader that will support you in peaceful things versus a president that's not going to listen to anything you say. The last one is the lovers. It's like, I'm sorry that I'm pro Kamala at this point, and that's where I'm going to, vote for. Like, it's already sealed and done. Like, there's no changing it. But I still support Trump in being a good, human, decent person. It's like, I'm not trying to take that credit away from you. I'm not trying to make people hate you. I'm not trying to do anything. I want people to support you. I want you to be somebody that could potentially be like a statue or something like that, but not in the way that you saw it. Like, I don't want you to go build your own statue. I want you to do good things that the people want to make a statue of you because you did so many good things for everybody. Not because you're just going to make one yourself. Like, no, let's work together. I may not be president, but I'm going to be humble about the situation and still be a noble human being. The last one is the lovers. Physical and sexual attraction, love, relationships, better times, romance. A new romance, sometimes a choice between lovers. A time of desire for romance or thinking of a current romance. Marriage. Sometimes the memory of an old lover. The end of a romance. Hurt feelings. I really don't have much to say on that one, but I do believe in love being like an eternal thing. So like as far as, like past relationships and stuff because that is a part of life. It's kind of crazy because those people might not think that you're thinking about them, but you think about them. You think about them all the time. Even if it's somebody that's not a lover of mine, it's like Like my mom just broke up with somebody that she was with for 20 years. It's like he still comes up in my head. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Um like like my ex and stuff. Like and then you have like my best friends who I also consider lovers. They might not consider me a lover, but I consider them lovers and I just wish the best for them and I love them that they love me, you know? Like so lucky to have had friends that had such like have provided me with such good like love. Like wouldn't take that away. And then like with my ex, like I just hope that she's happy, you know? Like I want her to, have good things in life and I want her to be happy and like I don't want to ever take that away from her. And then like even like thinking of the person that she's with now, I'm like just like thinking about it, I'm like that was like this was a long time ago, but I'm just like I was like, it was like she's an angel. She's an angel. Um, it's like I'm just not on that side of the fence that wants to be in this like hateful place. There is a line that can be crossed though, because like if it came down to hurting somebody that I love or doing something that I feel like is crossing the line or crossing a boundary, I feel like I have every right to defend what I love. I have every right to, push back. You don't get to come into like you can stay on your side and do whatever you want, but don't come over to this side and start touching or doing anything you do not like are allowed to do. Don't cross the line because now like even if you're outside of the line and doing things that I don't necessarily agree with, you're fine. But if you're inside the line and you're doing things I do not agree with, you're not going to be fine with me. I'm not like, so yes, I am a loving person. I care about you as long as you're just not in my boundaries. Do not come over and cross the boundary. I think that's very fair. I think that's like very fair. Oh my gosh, I was listening to Mystic Beauty and she was like something about um like someone like had doing like death magic or something along that line and I was like when like me and my ex and I was like because we were like younger I was like I could see her doing some crazy shit like that like I was like thinking like I'm still not mad I still don't care but I'm just saying like if you really went through the process of like burying me somewhere or something I was like that is fucked like that is messed up that is really messed up because I would never in my life do something like that. Am I over it at this point? Yeah, I definitely am. Like it's off. Like this has been like way too long since you know like puppy love, like heartbreak. Like this is past that at this point. And if you've done some things like that, you're just grimy. But it's like a weird intuitive thing. It's like you didn't really think of that happening before, but then like you're just like thinking of it now, like would that person do something like that? And you're like, yeah, they probably would. And also, I did go through some crazy things in life that probably should have taken me out, and I'm still here. So I don't know. It's like I get it. I don't think it's to like a crazy, crazy place where like somebody like she would have done it and like really, really meant it, but like it still had some power to it, probably. But I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But it's just kind of weird how a bunch of crazy things have happened. But they make you who you are. And I just hope that we can literally come to a place of love versus a place of hate. Because I don't want to be in existence with all of that happening. I want to watch the world grow. I don't want to watch the world die. All right, guys, we're at 50 minutes. This was a fun reading. Um, I don't know if we should maybe ask this questions um, it's like, did my past want to see me die? Four of Staffs. Two of Staffs. The Two of Staffs was the one I just put back. Let me see my thing. The Four of Staffs, a card of peace of mind, positive energy, success, easy movement, anticipated marriage, home life. A great deal of positive energy is here. Success and peace are present. A marriage is indicated. The card is concerned with home. In reverse, the same monetary, material, wealth, joy, positive improvements. All right. And the Two of Staffs, a card of uncertainty, reflection of one's past actions and choices, self assessment, and the emotion that follows. Time to take time to reflect upon your choices before making any decision. Consider where you are and how your past relates. Surprise, unexpected outcome, and fearful anticipation. Perfect. Okay, so I'm decided like I want to like do like kind of like the 8 ball, like get like a deck or something that like will either be like yes or no questions or like look up to see how to do that because I think that would be really fun. Like we're gonna be like, is Kamala gonna become president? We're gonna be like yes or no. We're gonna be like yes or no, and then we're just gonna kind of go with that. By the way, the last video I did talking about MLK and his dad, and the same time of talking about Trump, later on that day, his ass got shot at. So I kind of saw it as like you are selling yourself short because you are capable of way more than you're even allowing yourself to be. Earlier today, I was like influencer, 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 influencer. I am not sitting here saying like I can influence you to liking Kamala Harris or picking one person over another because I don't think that's true. I think it's actually the complete opposite, but it's the way that my mind is thinking. Like I am ready for the truth. Like I was like thinking, I was like, because I'm making posts on Facebook and stuff, and I was like, but does my input actually just make like add fuel to the fire? Is it actually just making people like turn away from Kamala even more? Like that is the last thing I want to do is make people be super mad at what I'm saying and turn from it. But at the same time, I do want to have an influence. I feel like that's a part of my destiny in life. And it's not necessarily to influence people to vote Democrat. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like an influence for love. So everybody's life story is different. Everybody's got a story to tell. Um, and, like, I don't know. I just want to grow and learn on this journey. And I want to be a part of the world becoming a better place, not hell on earth. Alrighty, y'all. Talk to you later. Thanks for being here with me. And still recording. And still recording. My buttons don't work.